Am I recording? Yeah. Hi, Michelle.
Hello.
Oh, hi. How did you find it opening the time capsule after all these years?
Surreal is about the best word for it. It was really... It was more positive than I thought it was going to be, but still really weird. 20 years when you're 14 seems like forever away. And now looking back on it, it feels like it was only 2 minutes ago.
So what kind of things did you include in the time capsule?
I've got a lovely poem that I wrote, which I must have been really proud of, because I actually wrote this 2 years before the time capsule project, and I've kept it, so it must have been something that I was very proud of. I remember doing it, but that was obviously significant at the time. And I've got some photographs of me in a beautiful white dress as the Rose Queen of our church, and me with my crown on. So that was the year I was the Rose Queen for the church, and obviously that was significant to me at that time. And then I've got a book I put in, The Tale of Benjamin Bunny. I had a whole series of these, and I did like the Beatrix Potter book, so I actually enjoy reading this to my children.
Brilliant.
I've got it back.
Were the things that you discovered in the time capsule, were they what you expected?
No, I had absolutely no memory at all of what I put in there. I remember the doodle that I put in on our fact sheet, but no, none of these things I remembered at all. So it was nice. It was a really nice surprise, actually.
Excellent.
And we've also got other things in there. So we've got a fact file with some photos of what we look like, which is surprising. And then just basic details of what our hobbies were at the time and what our ambitions were, and basic things. And then an interview with ourselves, well, an interview that was done with us at the time with different questions about what things are important to us now, what's our happiest memory, what do you want to achieve, favourite record, favourite actor. I had a crush on a lot of people, it turns out, and those people aren't around anymore, so it all makes me smile when I look at it and read it, which is...
That's good.
I didn't expect that.
So what's it been like looking back at 14-year-old Michelle and the way things have changed since then?
In my head, I didn't like 14-year-old Michelle, or in general teenage Michelle. I kind of thought, oh no, she was really down on herself a lot, and I didn't like her, which is why I say it's surprising that this is all so positive to me. And last night after I'd opened it, I had this, not revelation, but you sit and reflect on it, and I thought, actually, the way I've perceived my past and my teenage years is not at all what happened, and I've had a bit of a shift in attitude.
Positive shift?
Yeah, a positive shift in attitude, that actually 14-year-old Michelle was okay. She was alright. And I don't know if that's... Yeah, I can't explain the shift in that just... I used to go kind of always, I didn't like myself until I became like 20, 21. And now I'm actually fond of this 14-year-old Michelle.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That's one of the positive things that's come out of it for me, really, that it's better than I expected it to be.
What do you think, if you were to make a time capsule now, what kind of things do you think you'd put in there?
More kind of stuff for my kids and the things that are important to me. Probably the similar type, not the types of things. It wouldn't be photos of me being as a Rose Queen, but they were obviously things that were important to me then. So what I've put in a time capsule now are things that are important to me now, which would be my children and my husband and my family, the scouts that I'm involved with. Just the things that are in my life now, because I think I did all right at capturing who I was then.
Yeah.
Which was kind of the point. The stuff I said about the future was all nonsense.
Did things work out as you'd imagined?
No.
Or what did
Life doesn't, does it?
I suppose not.
No, I remember being 14 and having very clear plans about I'm going to go to university, and I'm going to get a psychology degree, and I'm going to be a psychologist, and this is what I'm going to do. And then at 18, I had a liver transplant, and my life had to take a different direction, which was all good, but it's not.
It's not
what I mapped out when I was 14, and it's great if you make your plans at 14 and they work out that way and it makes you happy, but I don't think it does for most people. So I'm not worried about that. the stuff that I like is the stuff that documents who I was then.
Just captures that moment
Yeah,
in time.
and I can look back at that with affection as opposed to with, oh, I didn't really like her very much.
Brilliant. Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Is there anything else that you'd like to say about the project or looking back?
No, just that I found it a really positive experience in general, and that throughout the 20 years when I've thought about that time capsule, it always has raised memories of the time that I spent at the Double Bridge Centre and that group of people that I met and those relationships that I formed, which are different than any other relationships I've got in my life, either people I went to school with or anywhere else. It's a very unique set of relationships, and that is probably one of the most positive memories I've got in my life. So even though I hadn't opened it in the 20-year period when I've thought about it, it's always brought up positive memories. So it was worth doing.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
I look forward to coming back in 20 years' time.